the rise of Indian gymbros, or specifically the rise of anti-vegan Indian gymbros. Now, because of social media, because of the rise of TikTok, Instagram, well, Instagram, because that's only what there is in India, there's been a rise of Indian gym bros. And me, I've always said, even in my videos before, that I want to see more brown people in the fitness industry. So a part of me is kind of happy that there's been such a big rise in fitness because I feel like Indians, we need fitness. We need we need more people out there promoting eating healthy and being fit. But at the same time, there's been an unfortunate rise of meathead gym bros who are supposedly against plant-based protein. My Instagram feed, I don't know why, but it's full of Indian gym bros that are telling you that dal is not a good source of protein. Now, if you've watched my videos for the past few years, I've had I have tons of full day of eating videos on my cart while I'm trying to build muscle, and I eat lots of lentils every single day. Even now, I eat lots of lentils. So you could see that seeing these videos, I'm so confused because what are they talking about? I want to look through some of these videos and let's debunk them together.
Dude, is dal a good source of protein?
Well, not really. That bowl of dal you're having is about 5 grams of protein.
So I would need to eat like 25 of these bowls every single day to hit my daily protein intake.
Yup, and it has carbs too. Dal is an incomplete source of protein, which means your body won't absorb all of it. To be practical, don't use dal as a source of protein. You can eat paneer, curd, and chicken instead. Let dal be a source of micronutrients and fiber.
Okay, straight off the bat, it's pretty clear that this guy has no idea what he's talking about because he says that because it's an incomplete source of protein, that your body can't digest all of it. And that's, he's confusing the fact that it's an incomplete source of protein with digestibility, which is completely different. And that's been sort of debunked many, many times. So straight off the bat, he's making a false equivalency between the both. And when it comes to dal being an incomplete source of protein, this drives me crazy because I see everyone saying this, the same thing, that dal is not a complete source of protein. But in India, no one ever eats dal by itself. That's crazy. And it's crazy to me that no one even talks about this or brings this up. But you always mix dal with either bread or rice. Okay, the two amino acids that dal is lacking in, rice has that and bread has that. You mix it with any sort of grain and you have a complete protein. So I find it's kind of bad fate that a lot of these people just bring up the fact that dal is not a complete source of protein, but no one just eats dal by itself. So what the hell?
दाल इज नॉट सफिशिएंट प्रोटीन. अब एक बात याद रखो, 100 ग्राम्स ऑफ रॉ दाल यानी बिना भिगोई हुई दाल में 20 ग्राम्स ऑफ प्रोटीन होते हैं. एक कटोरी दाल में 20 डिवाइडेड बाय 4 और 5 बेस्ड ऑन हाउ मच दाल इज देयर इन दैट कटोरी. मतलब एक कटोरी दाल से आपको सिर्फ 4 या 5 ग्राम्स प्रोटीन मिल रहे हैं. इन अ डे यू नीड 1 ग्राम पर केजी बॉडी वेट. अगर आप दिन में ये बोलते हो कि मैं 2 कटोरी दाल खाता हूं, मेरे को बहुत प्रोटीन मिल रहा है, यू आर गेटिंग 10 ग्राम्स ऑफ प्रोटीन. Stop fooling yourself. And इसके आगे I haven't even told you that dal on its own is an incomplete source of protein. So थोड़ी knowledge base बढ़ाओ and दाल के साथ दूसरी चीजें खाओ for protein. There's curd, there's paneer, there's soy, there's tofu. If you're vegetarian or non-vegetarian, so many other things. But don't think that consuming dal means you've got your protein for the day.
Okay, so with this one, just like again, dal being an incomplete source of protein, but he does mention dal by itself is an incomplete source of protein. So I give him points for that. But one thing that really frustrates me is, he says that increase your knowledge base and include other things with dal. I agree with that. Like a lot of these people make a straw man argument that people who, promote veganism or promote eating dal or plant-based foods, that we want you to eat dal every single day. And a lot of these guys do that. They, sort of have this conception that people who eat dal are trying to hit the entire protein goals with dal. No, and I say this as well. You need to eat from a wide variety of foods, not just dal and rice, but tofu and soya, because that way you're ensuring that you're getting in the most out of your food, the most amino acids, and it's just good to eat from a wide variety of sources, and then you'll be sure that you are getting your protein requirements for the day, no matter what you eat. And it's not just a vegan thing. Even if you eat meat, even if you're vegetarian, you can't just rely on one source of protein for the whole day. You need to eat from at least, 2 to 3 to 4 different types of protein in a day. So I think it's good that he does, he does say that, but I feel like a lot of these bros build up this straw man that we're telling them that you have to eat just from dal every single day. But I like this video better than the other one. At least this guy says that, he brings up tofu and he brings up soya, which is, that's good points.
Dal is not a source of protein. Dal has some protein. There is a difference. And the amino acid profile of dal is lacking and it is not bioavailable. It's been proven, researched, everybody knows that certain plant-based proteins are not absorbable in the full quantity by the human body.
You literally have dal for satiety's sake. You're not actually getting any nutrition.
You are, but I'm saying not the whole. Any dal, depending upon the dal you choose, is between 12 to 18 grams of protein. For that 12 to 18 grams of protein, you get anywhere between 18 to 30 grams of carbs. If you have to get all your protein requirement from dal, how much volume of it you should eat? Vegetarian bodybuilders, 5 to 8 scoops of whey protein in a day, and then you will tell me your bravado saying that ye dekho meri body ban gayi, all vegetarian diet.
No,
Admit that yours is a suboptimal diet.
I do appreciate when they have English subtitles because I don't speak Hindi, but this lady comes off, a bit aggressive. I don't know who hurt her. I don't know which vegetarian guy hurt her, but let's break down what she said. Dal, like, one thing that I don't get is why people are so afraid of carbs. And I see this so much, like, oh, dal has carbs, it's a source of carbs. Like, carbs are not going to kill you. Carbs are good, like, who cares if it has carbs? The only thing that matters is calories. For example, for me, whenever I eat dal and rice, I usually use between 100 to 150 grams of red lentils, which gives me 43 grams of carbs and 38 grams of protein. So it's pretty equal. I would say like the protein and carb ratio is pretty equal. Who cares? Only thing I care about is 530 calories. That's the only thing I care about. And I mix maybe 200, 300 calories of rice with that, white rice. And I have, a 40 to 45 gram protein meal, like around 700 calories. So I don't know why people are so scared of carbs. And she does mention, vegetarian bodybuilders accept that it's suboptimal. That's a bit crazy. I mean, I'm vegan and it's literally not. There's been so much evidence, so much science behind this, like so much science. I don't know what this lady is citing, but there's been so much science says that you can get all your amino acids from plant-based foods. You can get every single one of your nutrients that you need from plant-based foods.
दाल चावल खाने से बॉडी नहीं बनेगी, आपको भी यही लगता है ना? तो चलिए समझाता हूँ। दाल में 2 सल्फर अमीनो एसिड एब्सेंट होते हैं, सिस्टीन और मिथ्योनिन, जो हमें चावल में मिलता है। तो अगर आप दाल और चावल को कंबाइन करके कंज्यूम करोगे तब ये कंप्लीट प्रोटीन सोर्स बन जाएगा। तो 100 ग्राम दाल और 100 ग्राम चावल कच्चे अगर हम लेंगे तो उसमें आपको लगभग 700 कैलोरीज मिल जाएंगे एंड 30 से 35 ग्राम ऑफ प्रोटीन रहेगा, जो कि कंप्लीट सोर्स ऑफ प्रोटीन है। तो दाल चावल खाने से बॉडी बनती है।
This is amazing. Like, I love this guy. Wow. For once, there's someone talking logically and talking with sense. I love that. And everything he said is completely true. And I don't know why these other guys or these other people don't bring this up, that if you mix dal with rice, it's a complete source of protein. I love this guy. It's pretty interesting how much misinformation there is out there, especially around dal, especially around plant-based foods. So let me set it straight to end this video. You can get all of your protein needs, all of your amino acids from plant-based foods, from dal. If you mix it with rice, you have a complete protein. And every one of plant-based foods out there have all 9 essential amino acids in different quantities. Some are low, some are high. If you mix it with rice, if you mix it with other foods, it makes a complete source of protein. That's one. Number 2, carbs. You don't have to give a shit about carbs. You're not on a keto diet. You're not following a low-carb diet. That's completely dumb, stupid. Carbs do not matter. As long as you're eating below your caloric limit, below your caloric goals for the day, It doesn't matter if your food has carbs. Who fucking cares? Like a banana has like 20 or 30 grams of carbs. You're not going to cry about it. You have to just make sure you're eating enough calories, staying within your caloric goals, and you will be fine. Just because something has carbs does not make it horrible. It's not the enemy. It's not the devil. A lot of people that I've seen act like carbs are the devil. Carbs are completely fine. It doesn't matter. Some days my fat's high, some days my carbs are high. As long as I'm hitting my protein and my calories, that's all I care about. And number 3, you don't need protein powder as a vegan. There's been so many videos that I've done where I've eaten no protein powder for the day. Even today, I didn't have any protein powder. You don't need protein powder. As long as you're getting in all your protein, all of your foods, eating from a wide variety of sources, you're going to hit your protein goals. As a vegan, you don't have to have protein powder. I do have protein powder every now and then when, I feel like I seeps cooking, I don't feel like eating that much. But I always prefer food over something like a protein shake. So to finish this video off, I just wanted to say that dal is completely fine. It's all about how you cook it. Obviously, if you use a bunch of oil, if you add in a bunch of other things, then that changes the dynamics. But dal is completely healthy. It's just lentils. I prefer red lentils. Depending on what you prefer, use whatever you want. Just make sure you're eating from a wide variety of sources, not just dal. Have dal for one meal, have tofu for another, have soya for another. Eat from a wide variety of sources and you will be fine. We'll see you guys in the next one.